Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to show you the new NARS Overlust palette, and a lot of you were asking me to do a review of this cheek palette, and I finally got my hands on this palette, so I'm going to do a full review today. So I'm going to be using this palette on my eyes and on my face, and at the end of this video I'm going to give you my final thoughts. And let's go ahead and get started. This palette retails for $59 and the value is $125. It contains 3 gel to powder highlighters, and I find the texture very interesting and I really like the consistency of the highlighters. And there are 3 matte blushes. I've already done my base and I have some tinted lip balm on my lips. And let's go ahead and get started now. I'm going to use the palette first on my eyes just to show you how it looks on my eyes, and this packaging is really beautiful. I don't think that the camera is going to show that packaging very well because I'm filming late in the evening. So I love using the top 3 shades on my eyes because they look very suitable for the summertime. And I'm going to be starting with the middle shade. And I'm going to use my fingertip and just apply this color all over my mobile eyelid. And when you apply the color on your eyelids, the color is not going to be that intense. So the color is not going to be very intense when you apply it on your eyes because these are highlighters. They are not made to be eyeshadows, but I like to try also highlighters as eyeshadows just to see how they perform. And I think that this is going to look very beautiful, especially in the summer, because it catches the light in a very beautiful way. And this color in the middle reminds me of a sunset. Okay, and this is how the color looks on my eyes. It is very, very thin in consistency. It's not very dense. It doesn't feel like eyeshadow when I apply this on my eyelids. It feels very light. It feels like nothing on my eyelids, which is something that I love, and I think that's going to be very pleasant sensation in the summer months when it's hot. And as I'm dipping my finger into the palette, you can see that there is a little hole here because this is actually a cream and it feels like cream. And I think that the highlighters are equally beautiful on the eyes. Now I'm going to use this color and apply it in the inner corners of my eyes. And in my crease, I'm going to be applying this color. And this is a matte color. This is quite pigmented actually. And it applies very soft on the eyes. So I'm just going to add this color in my crease to intensify the look. And I'm surprised how good this color looks. Absolutely fabulous. Now I'm filming this video late in the evening, so I don't have natural light and I'm not sure that the colors are going to show up very good on camera, but in real life they look very, very beautiful. This color here looks absolutely gorgeous on the eyelids. I think that I'm going to be wearing this color a lot on my eyelids in the summer. And it gives me that vibe of the Sisley Mono eyeshadow that I recently got in Coral. That is quite pricey, but the effect is very, very similar. So if you want to save some money here, you can definitely get this palette and get a very, very similar look to the Sisley eyeshadow, which I love. And the Sisley eyeshadow is very, very pricey. Okay, and this is how it looks so far. And now I'm going to apply some color on my lower lash line. I'm going to use the matte color. So I hope that you're going to be able to see this kind of a sunset glow that I have on my eyelids. And now on my lower lash line, I'm going to be applying this color and this color in the inner corners. And this is my finished eye look. I applied a little bit of kohl eyeliner on my upper and lower lash line, but just on the outer part. And I applied some mascara, and that's how everything looks on my eyes. Now we are moving on to face. I didn't want to spend too much time on the eyes because this is a face palette. But let's go ahead and try this dusty, kind of a pinkish, peachy blush. I would say that this is a very matte, powdery blush. It doesn't have any shimmer and it's very soft. So let me just apply that. And this is how it looks. Of course, I can build up the color a lot more, but I'm not sure that I'm going to do that. I'm just rubbing the brush in a towel so that I can clean it and use the same brush. And I think that on my other cheek, I'm going to be using this color so that you can see the difference. And this is actually not the traditional blush. I would say I could use it a little bit more like here, because it doesn't work for my skin tone as a blusher. So for my skin tone, this doesn't really work as a blush. I should apply it a little bit here, like somewhere in the middle between a blush and a contour, but for my skin tone I prefer to use this one as a blush because it makes my complexion look fresh, and this one doesn't look as good in real life, in natural life. So probably if you have a little bit more golden in your skin tone, but I have neutral undertones, but still it doesn't look very natural on my skin tone. Okay, so you can see this side. It's not very bad, it doesn't look that bad, but at the same time it's definitely not my type of blush. That's why I'm going to apply a little bit more from the pinkish blush also on my other cheek, and that's how we can kind of customize the color a little bit more. Okay, now obviously I'm applying too much to the point where I wouldn't normally wear, but I want you to see how the palette looks on my face. So obviously I'm going to blend this a lot better and I'm not going to be using that much, but I want to exaggerate right now because I want to show you how the colors look on my pale skin, and I want to show you how the colors are going to work for me. And now let's try the darkest color. And I think this one is going to be suitable if you have a lot deeper skin tone. But I'm just going to lightly dust that over. It's going to work also for me if I'm very, very light-handed and if I blend that well, but you can see that it immediately gives a lot of color. And I have to work a lot to blend this color. Now we are moving on to the highlighters, and the highlighter that is going to work for my skin tone is this one. It's the palest shade here, but I'm going to be applying this color on this cheek, and on my other cheek I'm going to apply a different color. So now I'm getting the pale color, and let's see how this is going to apply on my So once again, right now I'm going to be applying too much so that you can see how it looks on my skin. And this works very nice and very natural on my skin. I think that this color is suitable for pale skin tones. Can you see the glow here? And it looks very natural. This is exactly the kind of highlighter that I like. Okay, so now I'm taking a different brush. It's the same one, but it's clean. I have two of these brushes because I really love them. And I'm going to be applying the pinkish blush. Sorry, I say blush, but actually I mean highlighter. I'm really sorry. Now I'm going to take the pink highlighter and I'm going to be applying it on the other side. I'm not going to be using the highlighter in the middle because it works very nice on my eyes, but I can't use it as a highlighter because my skin is quite pale for this highlighter, but it looks very beautiful on my eyes. And now I realize that probably I should have applied the highlighters first, but still you can see how this looks. Okay, and that's it. I know that I'm very shiny around here right now, and I wouldn't usually wear this kind of look. Of course, I wouldn't wear this kind of look. I'm going to blend this a lot better, but I want to show you how glowy this can get and how it looks on my pale skin. So this is how it looks. And now let me give you my final thoughts on this cheek palette. I didn't expect that I was going to like it that much, and I like everything about this cheek palette, to be honest. I didn't expect that, and I'm very pleasantly surprised. First of all, let's start off with the packaging. I love the packaging. I think that it's very beautiful, and I really enjoy this packaging. I'm usually not a huge fan of NARS packaging, but this one is, I think, the first packaging that I truly love, and I really like it. I like how it closes. It is quite heavy, but not too much. After all, you're getting a lot of product inside. And what I like the most about this palette is that you can use the highlighters on your eyes, or I can use the highlighters on my eyes, and I love how the highlighters look on my eyes. I love also the dark blush because I can use it in my crease. And I can see myself using this palette on a holiday. I can just take this palette and do my whole face using this palette because I'm going to use just the highlighters and the blushers on my eyes, and I'm going to use it also on my face as blush and highlighter. The pale highlighter works really nice with my skin tone right now, and I think that the pinkish highlighter is going to work very nice when I'm a little bit more tanned during the summer months. It works nice also now, but I would prefer to use this highlighter in the summer months. Now I'm only going to use this highlighter. I like the texture of the highlighters. I really enjoy this kind of a creamy texture. It feels very light on my eyelids, and I don't feel it heavy. I don't feel the highlighters on my eyelids, and also, I'm very happy that the blushers are matte because you don't always want to have that glowy look, and you can always mix the highlighter and the blusher and get that kind of luminous blush on your face. So overall, I really like this palette. If you're in the market for a NARS cheek palette, I can definitely recommend this palette. So that was all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, give me thumbs up, and leave me a comment, and let me know in the comments below what is your favorite NARS cheek palette. I'm quite new to NARS, as I mentioned before, and I want to know a little bit more about the brand. I want to know your recommendations, and you always give me such good recommendations. So don't forget to leave me a comment, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!